and a very warm welcome to CruiseAway, the only show in Oz that takes you step by step through some of the most amazing cruise and stay holiday adventures right the way around the world. We're the name that you've been trusting for over 25 years to create the magic and bring you the best prices. I'm Derek.
And I'm Jo. Good to see you. We all want a holiday and we all want an adventure. So sit back, relax, and let us take you on board some of the world's best known cruising journeys. We have something for everybody, from more laid back, relaxed, homely comforts of Holland America Line to the jazzy, vibrant, and fun for all ages cruise experience of the mighty Royal Caribbean.
Oh, you are going to love what happens on a cruise, how far it can take you, and the new experiences and friends you'll enjoy while you're on one. It's like the world's best kept secret. Let's show you as we head out to the Mediterranean first on a 15-night getaway in October next year with Norwegian Cruise Line. Now, you'll start your full CruiseAway holiday package by flying from Sydney over to Barcelona in Spain, and we've booked you a 3-night hotel city break so that you can see the city, and what a city it is to enjoy.
What a city it is. And being there in just moving into European autumn, you'll still get probably lovely sunny weather in Barcelona because it's just that kind of a place, and it is full of incredible architecture from Antonio Gaudi and other famous architects. You will love it, and it's distinctive and incredibly vibrant, lots of great shopping as well. Then it's time to cruise on board the Norwegian Dawn for your 10-night all-inclusive cruise, and this is free at sea. So what that includes is premium drinks, Wi-Fi, 4 specialty dining meals, $50 shore excursions credit per stateroom per port, and your tips. Very little to budget here for, really, isn't there? And just so much to enjoy. And, you know, alongside your main dining and your buffet, you also have those 4 specialty dining meals, and you can choose to spend them wherever you wish. There's some wonderful options on board the Dawn, such as Los Lobos, which is authentic Mexican, Moderna churrascaria, bamboo Asian fusion. You've got sushi, you've got Cagney Steakhouse as well, which is great. And the specialty dining, it just gives you that extra little edge of quality and luxury and a really superior experience. And Norwegian really kind of wrote the rule book on this. You know, specialty dining restaurants. Before them, it was just mainly classic dining in the dining room on most cruise lines. And then you also have premium drinks. So this is going to be your top shelf liquors, your cocktails, of course, even your bottles of water heading into port, your glasses of wine and beer and all of those things. So $50 shore excursions credit per port. Make sure you head to the shore excursions presentation to learn about what's on offer and book some great adventures and experiences in the ports of call. Yes, absolutely brilliant. Now we're cruising out of Barcelona and heading to Palma de Mallorca first up, which is a lovely slow-paced port of call. Now perhaps you're going to wander just around the back streets without a plan, heading to the cathedral, grabbing a nice long coffee, a cortado as they call them in Spain, or heading inland where you've got more of a feel. And Valencia next is a wonderful port. They call it Spain's third city. It doesn't try hard. It's a very relaxed city. These are the Cuatro Serranos, the towers that mark the entrance to the old medieval town, which must be explored by foot. Then we're on into Motril. Now Motril is actually the gateway to visit the Alhambra Palace in Granada, and also you've got the old town of Malaga there, which is great, including the Picasso Museum, the cobbled streets, lots of quaint little corners. And Cadiz awaits next, and this is a beautiful Andalusia, which is gateway to stunning Seville and the famous Alcazar Moorish Palace. And I highly recommend the Aire Spa in Seville as well, which is right under the awnings of the city. So pretty. Then we're into Gibraltar for its famous rock. In fact, go to the top of the rock early for amazing views. And then, you know, venture back down to see what is essentially the UK in a tropical climate. It's amazing with the red post boxes. Ajaccio Corsica is next, and it's quite rugged. It's not glossy France. This is more off the beaten track and has a unique feel of between France and Italy. And coastal wandering is what you want to do here to get a feel for it, or head to La Clos Winery for some delicious wines. Then it's Livorno. Talking of delicious wines, you're in Tuscany, one of the great wine regions of the world, but You've got Florence and Pisa to visit for sure, and Cinque Terre's not too far away either. Now, an excursion can take you to Florence and Pisa in a day, so make sure you book that up. Then it's Cannes, and we're here in the Côte d'Azur, absolutely beautiful. Gateway to Nice, Monte Carlo, Monaco, Saint-Tropez, and Cannes itself famous for the film festival, so you can actually stroll the promenade and learn about that as well. Now, we're cruising back into Barcelona and we're disembarking, and we're going to fly you back home to Oz after this magnificent Mediterranean adventure. Of course, starting off in Barcelona before we head through Valencia, Motril, Cadiz, Gibraltar, Gecko in France, in Corsica, and then on to beautiful Livorno, Italy, before Cannes awaits, and then it's back to Barcelona.
It's a fabulous itinerary, and this is what you'll find with Norwegian Cruise Line, is that they do these really, really fascinating itineraries that are a little bit different. You know, sometimes you can look at Mediterranean itineraries and you can think they all follow a kind of, you know, a well-trodden path. This is lovely because it's just dotting you here, there and everywhere. And this, I have to tell you, is a phenomenal cruise and stay package, and it's a great time to journey around the Med as well. Just after the main summer season, it's a little bit quieter, you get to see more and you get to enjoy more, certainly in terms of the inclusions on board Norwegian Dawn here as well. And a low deposit will lock in your amazing Dream Away price here. Look at this, because this is so beyond just an inclusive cruise. The additions that you have, the inclusions you get to enjoy on board are so much more than just drinks here as well, which I love. So your package price here, which is well worth grabbing today with a deposit, your Sydney flights to and from Barcelona in Spain, and before you cruise you've got a 3-night city break there in a hotel for you to enjoy, lavish in the city, it's absolutely gorgeous, and then get on board Norwegian Dawn, should I say, and then relax and enjoy and just indulge, because you've got 10 nights of cruising across Spain, Italy, France, Gibraltar and more, enjoying not only unlimited premium drinks package, which is the brands that you know and love, but you've got a 4-night specialty dining package for you to enjoy in any of the 8 different choices there are on board. You've got 150 minutes of Wi-Fi each to keep you connected, to post those pictures, to keep in touch back home, and you've got $50 shore excursion credit per port, per destination along your route as well, plus your service charges are all included as well. I'm not sure there's much more we could include in this deal. It's amazing. Here's the details you need so you can get booked. Remember, it's just a deposit today. That's all we need, because I know we're looking obviously at the back end of next year into October next year, but it's good to get the plans in place. It's good to lock in a price right now today that once you've paid your deposit, that's it. That is the price you're paying. That price is then locked for you, and there's so much more included. A Norwegian cruise is great, by the way, because rather than having sort of fixed dining times, you've got more flexibility. You can eat where you want and when you want, which is a great plus when you're on board with Norwegian. Plus their live music, their entertainment, they're good times on board, and the ships are very, very colourful and full of vibrancy as well. They're very smart ships as well. It's lovely. Now, if you're looking, maybe you're watching our show for the very, very first time and you've never even thought about a cruise holiday, you don't know anything about them whatsoever, but you're liking the look of what we have on offer. Well, let's just take a couple of minutes just to go through kind of like the A to Z of what you can expect when you cruise.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your ensuite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily service provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising with a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's also snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment, from Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. So, if you want more holiday for less dollar, make sure you choose to cruise.
So funny, you know, while you were watching that, Joe and I were both saying to each other, like, we really, really need another cruise. It's great feeling when you've got it in the diary, just to even know, even if it's 6 months away,
yeah,
at least you know it's coming. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel for you to have a very different holiday. I think when you go on a land-based holiday, you still pay attention to what's going on in the world and all of that kind of thing. When you're on a cruise, it's almost like being on another planet. It really is, because you're so away from the rest of the world, and you just have a great time. You really, really do. So if you haven't cruised before, seriously, talk to friends, family, you know, colleagues, people in your circle who've done it before, and I'm sure they will say to you, yeah, go and do it. Honestly, you are missing out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the way to holiday, isn't it? And the easiest way possible to see so many different countries potentially sometimes in just one trip. So our next Voyage edit for this show takes us on a beautiful cruise experience that's perfect for everyone of every age. It's time to ramp up the colour, the thrill and the joy of a Royal Caribbean cruise now. Let's team up with a big celebration to make this a holiday truly to remember forever. Now, your 2-week escape starts on the 30th of December, and this time say goodbye to this year and hello to next year in Singapore, and a 3-night hotel stay to celebrate. Wonderful, a really great start to the year, flying out to experience and celebrate Singapore at New Year as well. You know, you've got a 3-night hotel stay, so this is going to be for your New Year celebration, and they really like to do it in style in New Year. It feels special without being chaotic. The city dresses up subtly. You've got the skyline lights, riverfront energy, celebrations spread out throughout the city, so you can really just choose where you go. Fireworks, of course. Then it's time to cruise on board Navigator of the Seas for 10 nights, which is great, taking in the new year in the best way possible. Starting a new year on the cruise, I just can't think of anything better, because you're off to some exotic climes while everyone's back at home thinking, oh, here we go. You might want to enjoy some mini golf or even ice skating, because they actually have an ice skating rink on board. They do ice shows and they do open public sessions as well, so you can go and explore and enjoy that. And Johnny Rockets, this is really fun actually. They do shows in Johnny Rockets too, like kind of little singing and dancing shows. It's that traditional 1950s diner with delicious burgers and fries. If you're traveling with the kids, Adventure Ocean is always a great hit, and they do loads of activities for them up there as well. What about glow in the dark laser tag? It's called Planet Z, a chance to battle for Planet Z in Studio B. That's a fun one to do. The Royal Escape Room as well, the observatorium, you'll need to work together to solve the mind-bending puzzles before the time runs out. And of course, the iconic rock climbing wall is always fun on Royal Caribbean, and especially, you know, an adventure that you might not have done before. You can try it on a cruise without having to worry about, oh, hang on, do I look silly doing that? Look, everybody's trying something new on a cruise, so you can absolutely put yourself out there and just, you know, be a bit brave maybe. Maybe it's going to be your time to be a bit brave. Now, we're cruising out of Singapore, and the first port we're going to be heading into after a sea day is Ho Chi Minh, which is fast, vibrant and full of contrasts. You'll see scooters everywhere, cafes tucked into old apartment blocks, and really just a densely layered historical city. Then we're on to Bangkok. We've got an overnight on board in the Thai capital. It doesn't sleep, this city, it really doesn't. It just shifts in mood. Getting out there on a tuk-tuk after hours is a fun thing to do, because you can explore the city, go to the night markets. There's great things to buy. You can try all kinds of different cuisines, and everybody is out enjoying enjoying. You get some great massages there as well. Then we're on into Langkawi, and it feels very calm and relaxed and fresh and green. Now you might want to do the cruise through the mangroves beneath the limestone cliffs where you can spot eagles overhead, and then finish with some beach time, and that is going to feel nice and relaxing. Then we're back into Singapore where you'll disembark, and we'll fly you back to Australia after this marvellous adventure, flying you into Singapore for 3 days over New Year to enjoy those amazing New Year celebrations, heading out on Navigator of the Seas, an iconic ship, to Ho Chi Minh, Bangkok, Langkawi, and then back into Singapore.
And don't you think that this is just going back to talking about if this is your first cruise experience, this would be amazing, because there is almost no other cruise line that I could say to you right now that everyone watching this now a Royal Caribbean cruise is right for. Whether you are 2, 22, 62, 82, it matters not. Everyone has the greatest of times with Royal Caribbean. And this holiday is brilliant because it's kind of, you know, it's 2 holidays in one, isn't it? It's the New Year celebrations, somewhere completely and utterly different. I mean, maybe when it comes to New Year, maybe that's a little bit of an anticlimax. Maybe you live, you know, far away from where the action happens, so you just sit at home and watch it on the TV or whatever. It's lovely to actually be part of it and do it somewhere completely and utterly different. And what you've got here as well to kick off a new year is a really interesting, thrilling and fascinating cruise, because the ship itself is wonderful and the places you're going to are fascinating as well. Check out the price tag that we have for you as well, because this is one of the biggest cruise names in the world, if not the biggest cruise name in the world with Royal Caribbean. And what is included while you're on board is so much as well, because not only in this holiday are you enjoying that massive New Year's kind of getaway in Singapore, but while you're on the cruise, oh my word, there's so much included there as well. You've got daily activities, you've got big production shows that happen on board. So much. You are going to love it. And as I say, it's something for all ages as well. So this price, that includes your return Sydney flights to Singapore with the 3-night hotel stay there for you to enjoy over New Year, and then your 10-night exciting cruise to Vietnam and Thailand, including an overnight in Bangkok as well, which is brilliant. All of those fabulous dining options on board, the shows, the thrills, the rock climbing wall, the surfing, everything, and great service that you'll enjoy on board with Royal Caribbean as well. You will love it. And listen, if you are one of those people that has been cruising for many years, but actually you haven't been to Royal Caribbean yet for a cruise, oh my word, this is the ideal opportunity to try it right now. Here's the details you need to get yourselves booked. And please do talk to our team if you want any kind of advice on, you know, what are the facilities for kids on board, you know, what happens, how does it work, what are the different types of cabins there are on board. You know, if you've cruised with one cruise line, you know, all of the cruise lines are completely and utterly different. So if you want to talk over those options and those differences, if you're thinking about this, because the price tag is amazing, I have to say, call our team, ask their advice, 1300 407 687. It's not just about doing the deal and getting a price tag that's great on your screen, it's the backup service from our team. It's the knowledge that we hold as well. We've been doing this cruising thing for over 25 years, so our team have been on the ships, they know the cruise lines, they know and can get the answers to every question that you have right now in your mind. But that should never stop you from taking these bigger and bolder and brighter holiday experiences to new parts of the world. Go and break your own boundaries and do something different, I would say.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, let you break through your limits.
Challenge yourself.
Fears, yes. Now our final Voyage Edit Dream Away package is another celebration. This time it's for Christmas and New Year next year, cruising our own fabulous shores in Oz and Tasmania on board the Holland America Line's homely Westerdam, taking care of you for 16 wonderful nights to and from Sydney. What a joy it is to see Westerdam out in this part of the world, and so convenient for so many of us just to hop on in Sydney. Even if you're flying, you know, it's not usually not too far afield to fly out to Sydney to join the ship. And she's a gorgeous ship. She is your home from home. And the design and decor on board Holland America Line is much more low-key luxury. Think of those lovely polished wooden beams and striped deck chairs and just the traditional nautical aesthetic, as opposed to it being quite sort of, you know, bright and overbearing like you will find some of the big ships have got a lot of lights and things. But I love the fact that this is, you know, all of the different spaces on board are designed for ambiance and relaxation and just enjoying the finer things in life. And that's what Holland America Line is all about. It's about enrichment, it's about learning, it's about voyaging, and it's definitely about service. And the service is premium with a capital P. I mean, you have exceptionally knowledgeable crew and staff on board, you know, people that are top in their field. And one of the fun things that I really love about it is the enrichment and of course, as you see right there, the culinary arts with the executive chef teaching you how to make certain meals. It might be the signature risotto, the chocolate lava cake, so you can wow your friends back home. Now this is the Neptune, one of the Neptune suites, and actually when you book a Neptune suite you have access to the Neptune Lounge, which is where you have your very own concierge. They have the coffee machine in there, they have the canapes every single day as well. In fact, you can go and see the concierge to book your shore excursions. You don't even have to go down to reception. So it is a premium experience and definitely worth considering if you're celebrating something special. I think you'll just love the luxury of the Neptune suites and the exclusivity of being up there also. Now, when it comes to dining, what I love about Holland America Line is even in their marketplace international buffet, they cook fresh food. You know, it's not just about helping yourself there. In fact, they serve you, but also if you want a fresh piece of salmon, if you want a steak, if you want a vegetarian option, they will cook it from scratch for you up there. So that is much more of a premium experience as to, you know, a regular buffet. And the triple cooked chips, I'm just going to say no more about those because they are absolutely to die for. In fact, just bring me those all day, every day.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and music too. It's all about music on Holland America Line. Now, we're cruising out of Sydney and we're going to be Christmasing on board. I love that. Phillip Island straight away to enjoy the fresh and outdoorsy feel of the coast, lovely ocean views, and of course the little penguins that live down there as well. Go and watch the penguin parade if you can, which is so much fun. Then we're off into Melbourne for an overnight on board, and Melbourne definitely shines after dark. So you want to head out to Flinders Street and you want to head out to Federation Square if you can, and maybe a bar or restaurant to enjoy some of the great food and live music that Melbourne has to offer. Maybe during the day you'll head to the Great Ocean Road. Then we have Christmas Eve in Burnie, which is going to be a nice relaxed Christmas Eve for you. You can take an excursion, they'll all be operating, explore the coastline and local artisans spots, and you know, soak up that festive feel. There'll be some great Christmas markets too. Then Christmas Day at sea, which will be so much celebration, and then Boxing Day we're into Adelaide, and this will be a nice time to actually head on out maybe to the Barossa Valley to do a wine tour, or maybe just enjoy that laid-back holiday feel. Or Boxing Day sails, then it's Kangaroo Island. Nature at its finest here. Lots of wildlife encounters on offer and incredible rugged landscapes. In fact, you might want to head to Seal Bay to potentially see some amazing seals out there before we head into Hobart, which definitely blends history with creativity. And you can learn all about the sort of colonial element of it. Head up to Russell Falls perhaps, or Port Arthur, and enjoy some of the markets and galleries in Hobart too, and the kind of craft industries that it's known for. And then we have New Year's Eve in Port Arthur. It's going to be much more atmospheric here rather than a loud New Year's Eve for sure, but you're there during the day to enjoy everything on offer. Perhaps head out and enjoy some of the dramatic scenery in the tessellated pavement. Then it's Eden, and Eden is going to be a great place to enjoy again the wildlife element, including of course the koalas in their native habitat, but you might want to head to the Killer Whale Museum if you're there. Then Newcastle awaits, and this is a perfect round off to your adventure. You could just do a nice relaxing beach walk. It is a beautiful port of call, and you know, they've revitalised the waterfront recently as well. And then we're back into Sydney where we'll disembark, and you might simply stroll back home very easily, or just a short drive depending on where you are. But this is a magnificent itinerary, of course, taking in Christmas and New Year. Starting off in Sydney, heading out to Phillip Island, Melbourne, Burnie, of course, on Christmas Eve, then your Christmas Day at sea into Adelaide, Kangaroo Island, Hobart, Port Arthur, and of course we're going to be visiting those ports over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day as well before we're back into Sydney.
It is wonderful, and the great thing is you don't have to lift a finger. Christmas and New Year celebrations, they come to you. They are arranged for you while you're on board. So you just simply sit back, relax, enjoy, party, celebrate as you want to. And on this one, because potentially you're not flying on this either, take your prezzies with you. Amazing, a perfect escape, and it's the perfect time right now to put those plans in place. The price though has to be right, and I think you'll like this. I think you'll like this because actually the joy of being away over Christmas and New Year, being taken care of with fine cuisine and fine service. Now, you know with Holland America Line, maybe you don't know with Holland America Line, that room service is included. It's part of the offering. So you can really enjoy that whole holiday season as relaxed as you like. You're going to love it. The experience with Holland America Line is wonderful. Incredible, incredible team on board, and so many home comforts are there. As Joe says before, it's just the perfect backdrop to enjoy a nice traditional sailing kind of experience on a cruise and celebrate Christmas and New Year. And Holland America Line will put on the show for that for you as well. And you get some magical places to go and visit at the same time. All you need today is a low deposit to lock in that price tag and to call our team with these details here. It is as simple as that. It's almost like you can treat yourself to an early Christmas present for next Christmas right now. And listen, I know. It's way too early to even think the word Christmas, but we're putting our plans in place now for next Christmas and next New Year, which is great. And sometimes it's quite nice to have a little escape, maybe just the two of you. Maybe, and there are quite a lot of people I know who have their birthday celebration that's really close to Christmas, or it's between Christmas and New Year, or it's just after the New Year, and you kind of feel like, oh, it always takes second place, you know, to the big holiday celebrations. So maybe it's time to turn that completely on its head and make this a real feature holiday. Listen, you don't need that as an excuse. If you like the idea of doing it, just do it. Just call us today, because we are here for a good time and not a long time. And if you've always liked the idea of being away at this time of the year and being treated and not having to make a bed, wash a dish, cook a dish, you know, you don't have to do any of that. Just have it all taken care of.
Yes, it's amazing, because and you also don't have to have the traditional Christmas dinner if you don't want to, because there's so many different dining options when you're on board. And they do go to town to decorate the ship, so don't worry about that, thinking, well, hang on, I missed the decorations. Usually they'll have a big gingerbread house and all the decks, and if you're with the kids as well, Santa and the elves come, and yeah, don't worry, it's just as exciting as being back home, but without any of the drama of having to organise or arrange anything.
Exactly. That sounds like the kind of Christmas of dreams. Listen, thank you for your company. Joe and I are here with many more CruiseAway shows, so make sure you come back and see us again very soon. Bye-bye.